Hello, everyone. Patriot 5 and Patriot 6 here. Friday night finale for the shows. Janet's here. Jeffrey's here. Bill's here. Ian's here. Is that it?
I'm here.
Boy, I had this turned on for a long time, and only to have 13 total people and six likes. I thought I'd come in here to at least 10 people. Oh, it is what it is, guys, and that's what we have to look at and move forward. Bear with me a minute. I'm trying to get the music ready. It shouldn't take long, but there's some interesting things going on. Me and Ron had a long discussion today, a long discussion about some things, and we're going to share them tonight. We're going to talk to the kids, and we're going to move forward and get to this weekend. This weekend, that some people say could be a life-changing weekend. But as all we know, we've said that many, many times before. So I just want you to know that I'm just the messenger. I'm no one else. I'm nothing special. Ron's no one special. We're just two.
USA shirt today?
Yeah, why? I'm no one special. Neither's Ron. We're just two people that got an idea. Wow, I missed my anniversary. No, what today is? 6th. Yep. See, yesterday we didn't have a show, so I didn't yet. Yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of the very first show we ever did.
6 years, wasn't it?
6 years. I'm sorry. So anyway, let's play the music and do the pledge, and then we'll come back and we'll get everything going. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd rather stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt of this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country. And I'm proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you
I'm really surprised the cat didn't jump up here. Yes, God bless the USA. Proud to be an American. I hope everyone is. You know, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, before I get into the kids segment, them words, proud to be an American, God bless the USA. I'd stand up right next to them. So happy for those. And we put our faith and trust and love in the people that we lost. All of the different things it said. And then you got idiotic countries out there, idiotic people out there. You know, and I'm gonna talk about a group of people because I heard this. And I was listening to these two ladies talk, and they were talking about XRP. And one of the things that was said about XRP is, do you think XRP will explode before we go to the redemption centers for the exchanges of the foreign currency? And the one lady said, it was a redheaded lady, and I got the impression that she thought she really knew a lot. And, you know, she seemed like I'm not cutting her down. She really seemed like she was very knowledgeable. And she said, yes, it has to happen. And I totally disagree. And I'm going to tell you why, because we're just days away from going to the redemption center. Are we going to wake up tomorrow and XRPs went from the last time I checked, it was 141?
130 something.
130 something, Ron said today. So it's in the 130s. Is it going to go from 130 something to $1,000 overnight? And I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me once. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something about one day. And I don't know if it's considered insider trading. It was many years ago, and I was with this company doing a home business. I was doing really well in it. I should have become probably one of the top 2 or 3 people in the company making millions of dollars a month. But the owners and the people, they have a way that if you don't have money to start with, you don't come in and just be a superstar overnight. I was fortunate enough to sponsor a couple of people who literally took off. But, you know, when it started to take off, all of a sudden the 2 people that I had sponsored, who one of them ended up as the number 5 money earner and the other one ended up as the number 3 money earner in the company, all of a sudden I wasn't their sponsor. I was under one of the guys. He was my sponsor. And when I caught it, the owner of the company looked at me and says, don't worry, Ralph, we'll take care of you. They did. They kicked me out of the company a year later. Never got nothing out of it. But it's the same way with Amway. I used to do Amway. You guys all know about it, don't you? Bill Woods and Eileen, John. Who else we got? Queenla. You know, Amway was back when I was a young kid, just out of high school. That was the way it was going to make me rich. It was going to make me rich. It didn't. I went to a meeting one night and I fell in love with it because I'm not going to have to really work. I went home. My mom said, what was the meeting about? And I said, Amway. She said, the sheets. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I'll get you orders. My mom went out and she talked to her sisters. She talked to her cousins. She talked to everybody in our family. And she was bringing me orders in. And an 18-year-old kid, that first month, I made like 450 or 500 just on what my mom did. But I give her half the money. But the point is, Amway had a proposition, a program. Eileen and Kriya Queen and Janet, Bill, Ian, if you knew it, it was you go out and sponsor 6 people that they get their membership free. They go out and sponsor 4 people, and then 4 go out and sponsor 2 people. So it's 6, 4, 2. And Amway would pay you $1,800 a month. Now, this was back in 1972, guys. The latter part of 1972 and $1,800 a month. Look it up and see what it was valued at. And it sounded great, and I joined in. But I couldn't even give memberships away. I got married in 83, and in 84, my sister-in-law asked me to go to a meeting with my ex-wife. We go up there, and the people presenting the meeting was full of love and joy and happiness. And if you get 642, you can make $1,800. But see, you have to buy products, CA. Hi, CA. You have to buy products every month. Tony, good to see you. Labrador. And the products, they stuff you're already using, toilet paper, laundry detergent, all of that stuff. And if you spent between $150 and $200 and all of your people did that, that's how you made the $1,800. That was still a lot of money. But one thing I am, guys, is I'm really, really good at mathematics. And I got thinking, well, if I get 6 and my 6 get 4 and my 4 get 2, yeah, that's 78 people. $150, $200 a month they're buying this stuff already. But see, the stuff was so concentrated, he was having garage fulls of stuff after a year. You couldn't go through it that fast. But I got thinking, if I'm getting 6 and they're getting 4 and the other ones are getting 2, how in the world does the people who's getting 4 and the people getting 2 make any money? So I was struggling, going out 48 straight days in a row, doing meetings, sponsoring a person here and a person there. And all of a sudden I sit down, I run the numbers. If I get 6, who at the time he was paying $25 for the membership one time, but all the products you got was worth it. But if I get 6 and help them get 6 and help them get 6, everybody makes. But see, when you run the 6 and 6 and 6, it's 636 and 216 for 258 instead of 78. So instead of having to spend $150 a month, everybody was only having to spend between $35 and $50 a month. And my business was exploding. I had the fastest growing business in Illinois. And all of a sudden, my sponsors decided to come to one of my meetings, a meeting that there was 37 people at in Don Lowe's trailer. Of the 37, 36 joined that night. My sponsors were there, but they seen me doing 666, and that wasn't right. I was lying I was telling the truth. Amway was lying. 2 days later, I got kicked out of Amway. My sponsors start going to my downline. They're gonna take over my downline. They was jealous because I was moving faster than them. And what happened was every one of them quit. Every person in the downline quit. If they couldn't do 666, they didn't want to do it. 6 months later, Amway went to 666. If I would have just been smart enough to patent that program, 666, Amway would have paid me millions. But I wasn't. And I'm not mad. But see, the reason I told this story, guys, not because I was good. I was just smarter than the other ones. I had a vision more than they did. Well, Amway says 642. No, you got to do what's best for the people. And that's where we're at in this world right now. And I'm going to talk more as soon as I come back from talking to the kids and talk more about some things and talk about disappointments, happiness, what we think and what we don't think. And I'll be glad when I look over here, John and Janet and Bill and CA and Cindy. Good to see you, Cindy. Guys, we were talking about gas the other night. And I don't know if you guys mentioned it, saw it. We're all complaining because we're paying $3.29, $3.49. Someone was $2.78. Winner, chicken dinner there. $2.78 in a nation that gas is averaging $1.89 a gallon. I just wonder if he got something wrong with his shoulder as he was patting himself on the back that night. Because I'll tell you exactly who that man sounded like that night. The way he was patting himself, $1.89 average in the whole United States. We got 600 million barrels of oil, enough oil to last us the next 100 or 50 or 100 years. Drill, baby, drill, and we'll never worry about oil again. Gas prices will never be, it will be down like it used to be. And he was patting himself on the back, and I hope it's not sore. I hope he got a masseuse to fix him. And I'm not cutting the man down. But when he said $1.89, and I know we had at least 10 people over here the other night giving gas prices in their state. There was one that said $1.80. $2.79 or something like that. The highest one was Cindy. What was it, Cindy? $5.38 or $5.39. I know it was in the $5. Man, I tell you what, I went the next day and put gas in my car, and I had to pay $3.39, and I didn't even complain because I wasn't paying $5.39. But we're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there because this is a movie. So what do you think, Super Jimmy? You've been awful quiet here lately, or I just haven't been on when you're on. I hope everything's going good, Labrador. CA. Yep. It was a good company, CA. It would have been run right. Patriot 11. I know it's starting to get warm. Guys, I don't know how you guys weather today. We had 75 degrees. I went outside and played. No, I went outside and picked up branches from trees that got knocked down during the winter because, I'm 72 years old, My son's 41. His wife's 32. Kids are 8 and 3, and it's just too much work. It's just too much work for them to go out and do it. So let the old man do it. But I went out and picked some stuff up and did some things, and I didn't care what I was doing. It was nice to go outside for a while. Now we got nothing but rain and nasty. And to be honest with you, I didn't know if we'd do the show tonight, Bill Woods or Sarita. I didn't know if we'd do the show because I didn't know we'd have power there. It flickered down at my house. I don't think it ever did here. Ron never said. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp. I was thinking today, I was looking. I said, if you guys, I sent something out yesterday. I don't even remember what. Oh, it was something with that one guy that Diane with 2 N's. She likes that. I can't think of his name, but he was talking about Big N, Big G, and I sent it out to a lot of people. And I noticed I sent to Michelle Gillespie, and I also sent to Jana. And I noticed, you know what? I haven't heard from either one of them. Michelle, I heard from the boys on my birthday. 439 for Cindy. Okay. 379 in Cali for Labrador. But still, even at that, because I thought you said the other night 5 something. But even at that, everybody who said it was at least $1 over what he said the national price is. And okay, give you a little test here, guys. When he said that, and we all knew he was lying, who was he acting like? Was he acting like someone that maybe, just maybe, was the guy that was in charge for the 4 years before him, actually between him? Because remember, he'd stand up there and he'd look at his teleprompter, and he'd look and he'd look and he'd look and he'd say what the average was. And funniest part was the night the teleprompter went out on him. He stood there like. But anyway, yeah, I've noticed that Jana, she hasn't been on much here lately, and good to see Janet's here. Oh, I'm just looking to see who's all here. Beth Shaw, good to see you. Oh, Beth Shaw's weather is so nice. Ours is too, but probably by Monday or Tuesday next week, we'll be down in the 30s again.
Monday's supposed to be in the 70s.
What's that?
Monday is supposed to be in the 70s.
Oh, Ron says Monday's still supposed to be in the 70s. But anyway, and I'll get the blue states. I'll get into some things about that stuff and that, but the kids and that, and Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp. Karate Kid also, is taking up wrestling, and I really wish he'd send me a message or send me a message, whatever. Either send it or call and leave me a message, voicemail. I really like to know how he's doing. I've heard that, John. But until they perfect it, I'm not putting none in my engine or my gas tank. John's saying the cars can run on oil. Google it. Yes, they can. I've heard that. But boy, I have a hard time keeping my car on the road to begin with. I go putting water in it, and it's going to drown. But then, Patriot Prince is our queen, and Patriot, her brother, Hunter, great looking kids. I'm sure Patriot Princess is getting very, very excited about it's getting close to softball, and pretty sure that's her favorite sport. Patriot Boogs, Boogaloo, Boogaroo, and Boogie, the 4 Bs, and Grandpa John. Great kids. I've had the opportunity to get so many pictures of them, and just great kids. Patriot Little Leona and Little Leilani. I told you the story about them the other day with Little Leilani, named after my aunt, whose birthday is April 2nd, and Little Leona, March 1st, after my mom. Patriot Cutie Pie, her name is Anya, and her brother, Patriot 17, they're the 2 kids from the Ukraine that are the children of Masha, who is Julia's, you might as well say, sister. The mom took her in, raised her, helping her with the kids. So they all live together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Patriot 17. Happy birthday to you. Tomorrow is his birthday. And they're looking forward to getting a gift, some ice cream, maybe some honey buns or something, just something sweet. They're actually looking maybe to get a cake and put a candle on it. And see, this is what's funny, because I got a grandson coming up. His birthday will be April 19th, 2 days before my dad's birthday. And he'll get showered with gifts. They'll take him out to eat twice. They'll do all this and all that. And these poor kids over in the Ukraine, they're ecstatic because they're going to get a cake, some ice cream, and a gift. We know because little Anya's birthday was, 6th of January, Ron?
Yeah.
The day, their Christmas Eve was her birthday. And we know how ecstatic and how happy it was. And I'm not cutting the kids in the USA down other than the fact that you're spoiled. Could you, and I talk to Julia all the time, kids, about I could never live the life she's living in a country that you don't know if you walk outside, if the soldiers are going to be, are they friendly soldiers? Are they soldiers that could cause you your life? It's a terrible thing, CA, to have to live like that.
Plus, at your age, they put you on the front line.
Melvit, I can't pronounce it. I'm just going to call you Mel. Welcome to the show. Patriot Super Gymnast. They got something new this week, guys. I don't know if Grandma Bo come on tonight. That was very special. Grandma Bo hasn't been coming on. She's had some issues, but nothing serious. As a matter of fact, the other night when I seen her, I thought she looked like a spring chicken. I seen her the night before her birthday. Then we had the show the next night, and that's when her birthday was, and we sang the song to her, and so many of you have wished her. We miss her, but Grandma Bo's grandson is my son-in-law, and he travels a lot with his work, too much. I don't like it, but it's none of my business. But this week, he got to be home with his family. My daughter left Wednesday night after school, went to Chicago for meetings the last 2 days, and he had to get the kids in line. Haven't talked to him to see how that went, but my daughter said, I got to stay in a fancy hotel. I got to order what I wanted. I got to take pictures of what I ate and send them and said, oh, you're having sloppy joes. Oh, I'm just having a big steak. It's amazing how just things we should take for granted that we all should have the money to do. It's amazing. Amazing how things can happen. Snowing in Colorado. Yeah, still that time of year. "100% correct, Labrador 18. Read what he says. Yeah, Patriot Super Gymnast, she sent me a message the other day, and it was just because she wanted to. She said, "I hope this makes you smile." And you know what it does? You guys just think of it, John, and John, Beth Shaw, and that. When someone like that young, just sends you a message just because they want you to smile. Just think. There you go. I'm sorry, but John just said we could all have cars like Fred Flintstone. Now, I'm talking to a guy the other day. I love this man dearly. I'm talking to him. And he says, everybody thinks we're going back to the Jetsons age, but we're going back to the Flintstones age. My opinion when he said that, and I didn't say nothing because I respect this man. I love this man. But my opinion was, I ain't driving no dang car if I got to go back to the Flintstones age. I ain't running and jumping in my car like Fred did. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me and Ron getting in one of those cars and our chubby little legs trying to run to get that car going? Now, there was once a time we could have did it because there was once a time there was nobody faster in this town than me and Ron. Yeah, he was one of the fastest kids to come out of Herscher High School his senior year, and so was I. But then you get real life hits and you get a job and you'll start working, and every Friday night you go to Jensen's for beer. And I shouldn't be saying that. This is a kid's segment. Patriot 7 decided not to play soccer this coming up season. His cousin, who is the coach, tried to talk him into playing soccer, and it would interfere with his baseball. Amber wanted him to do it just to get him in shape, and I said, you do know soccer, other than football, is a sport where the most injuries interfere. So if he's too lazy to get himself in shape, then he's not going to be the ball player he wants to be. Well, he's been working out every day since then, but he decided not to do it because he'll be playing 3 nights a week, traveling, not far, but traveling to where his games are. And then everything will come on Sunday. He'll play 3. He'll practice 2. He plays soccer. He plays on Sunday. They practice on Saturday and Wednesday. So he'd have to miss one practice. And the coach would have allowed it because the coach really wanted him to play. He's a pretty good soccer player. But he chose not to do it. I think Mom did, my daughter. Patriot Small Hank, he's got a competition coming up. He's got a concert the 10th, Tuesday night. He has a concert that he actually has a speaking part in it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to watch him sing. I'm going to listen to what he's got to say. And then I'm going to jump in my car and drive as fast as I can legally to get to my daughter's house for Patriot Super Gymnast's 12th birthday. So on Monday night, I will be singing happy birthday to her because we don't do a show on Tuesday. Patriot Little Monkey. I went to Patriot 7's concert the other night. After the concert, she come running up to me, and she had her hair in little pigtails, and she looks at me and she says, "Grandpa, do I look cute?" How can you say anything but yes? And I mean, I would never say anything anyway, just like John is with his grandkids and everybody is. And then Patriot Kira, I haven't seen much of her lately. I don't like what's going on, but it's none of my business. They got to do what they got to do. But their mom and my son got Kira into preschool the second semester. She's 3 years old. So she goes to school with my daughter-in-law. And for some reason, my daughter-in-law didn't think she was making enough money. So now she's going to get on the bus and she's going to get the little kids in and off the bus, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. If a kid is too small to get on and off the bus, he's too small to go to school, but it's none of my business. I'm just a taxpayer, even though we're, senior citizens, because the hat keeps saying no taxes for senior citizens. But boy, I'm telling you, when I look at my tax and I look at Ronnie's taxes, in our area, over half of the taxes goes to the Herscher School District. It's really, really quite annoying, because then you see the principals and you see the teachers driving around in big trucks, kids going to school. There's a row at school at the high school that there's 21 trucks. I counted them the other day. 21 brand new trucks, $75,000, $80,000 trucks. Kids are driving to school. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But that pretty much takes care of the kids' version of tonight's show. And remember, kids, this show is not meant for children. You can watch it if it's okay with your parents, grandparents, or legal guardians. So I need to get moving along, because I took a long time on that and other things. The music we played tonight, we have no legal rights to. We just play it because we like it, and it's been part of our show for a long, long time. So, that being said, let's see what we got. If I can find it. Iraq Prime Minister said he will be raising the value of the Iraq dinar. Most likely, you're only now hearing this. Most likely, you are only now noticing this. Most likely, you are only now becoming aware of this. However, everything you haven't heard from this account in the last few years is confirmed in this video. And you have been waiting to see this type of information coming from the main person involved in the financial reform of the Iraq economy. You now have the opportunity to participate in monumentous occasions in history, which will enrich you beyond your wildest dreams. And believe both Iraq and you in the investment you are coming to a decision for your family and yourself. Use your money sensibly. Do you have any suggestions? What are the plans? Do you have any projects? Do you have any groups of people? If not, now is the moment to consider all of your dreams in order to leave a legacy for both yourself and those around you. This won't occur at any time in history, any other time in history. So please make wise choices. You've come a long way. Some of you have been involved in this for a long time, 10 to 20 plus years. This is something you deserve to enjoy. A lot of people have died. A lot of people have lost their homes. It's caused many people to lose relationships. This moment makes up lost time. Are you ready to step into the next stage? Follow the signal. The green light is already given. Most will hear about this later. If you will see it first, enter the official Tier B 4B ISO 2002 now. Now, I have not listened to the video. I seen this video and the reading part 10 minutes before the show. But what I get out of this is the Iraq Prime Minister, who is in charge, is now raising it, and he's doing the video explaining why he's doing it. If you want to watch it, you can ask me, and I can send it over to you on Messenger, which I did a lot of people. Or you can go to tier, TIER, 4B / or little line across, ISO 222 on Telegram, and you can find it there. Patriot 2020 forwarded something that markets are unstable, energy routes are under pressure, global alliances are shifting. When these things happen at the same time, major changes usually follow, which is true. Declassified CIA files reveal chilling blueprints to manipulate Americans' minds through COVERT, DRUGGING with VACCINES. I seen I seen a video yesterday, and I really wanted to share this with everybody. And about 3/4 of the way through it, there are thousands. Folks, listen to me. And I don't say that very much. Hi, Virginia. There are thousands of doctors coming out and saying, now you know why they're saying it, because they're saving their necks. They're coming out and admitting they was forced ventilators to people. That the people who was running our country was manipulating these people to get them to end it for some people. Guys, if you get nothing out of tonight's show, get this. Because you wouldn't give in, you wouldn't surrender, and you wouldn't comply. You live another day. You get to see tomorrow and the next tomorrow and the next tomorrow. But there's so many people that said, oh, that they say we have to do this. We have to do this. And now they're no longer with us. I look back and I hate it that it happened. Yes, top doctor, we were told to deliberately, you know what, millions of C blank V blank D patients using ventilators. But I look back and in a way, guys, I was part of the system long before we knew it was a system. And I just looked up at the TV and I'm laughing. The World Classic Baseball Tournament is on. And I just watched a batter get up there and bat in the World Classic Baseball season. This is a man that's making about $30 million a year, and he plays about half the game because he's always injured. But he can go and play in a game. It means a lot for our country, because whenever you're going against other countries, you want to
be the best.
Huh?
Be the best.
You want to be the best. So here's something. Happy birthday to our new financial system. Stay ready. The next signal will be felt, not heard. Listening to these two women earlier tonight, and I don't know who it was sent it, but they said go to the 1 minute and 18 second mark. Go to the 1 minute and 18 second. And what it was, they was talking about XRP. And when I was talking about XRP a little bit ago, about $1.30 something night now, how fast can it go to 1,000? And Ron was sitting over there and says, that isn't even a good jump of what they want it to be. But what a lot of people don't understand, in one voice, Expert 1871, John, Tony, Janet, Bill Woods. What a lot of people don't understand, when I sit here and I talk about XRP, I'm not asking you to go out and buy it. I am not a financial advisor. When I talk about something, I talk about it because I believe in it. And I believe in it, and that's why I talk about it. But here's the situation. When a coin such as that is going to go and be the number one traded crypto coin You want to send money? You get a lot of money, Bill Woods, in SRCA. You get a lot of money, and you want to send someone special $10,000. You can go right in there and send XRP. Boom. I'm telling you, it gets there in a matter of minutes. A matter of minutes. There's sometimes when you go to the bank, if you want to send $10,000 to someone, you know what they do? They'll send it, but if you're going to send that much, 20,000, 30,000, they're going to hold it up. And the people you're going to send it to that needs it so bad, they said, I thought you sent it. I got the receipt here. And they'll hold it up for like 14 days before they actually send it. It takes a matter of that much bank to bank to send it. That much bank to bank to send it, but they'll hold it up for 14 to 17 days. They'll hold it up like that because that $10,000, someone might come in and say, hey, I need a short-term loan. I only need 2 weeks to pay it back. I promise you, I got to have this money now. Boom, $10,000 at an ungodly 30% markup. They're using other people's money, which they've done that their whole life, right? Right? Ain't that right, Kevin and Bill? They've done that our whole lives, Janet. And they'll take and they'll make that. They'll put $3,000 in their pocket. You know what? If it went to the bank, if it went to the people, it would be fine. But it goes to these people that are so greedy, they lost reality in the world. It says here there was a total blackout in Iraq. Kuwait experienced countrywide power outages for just 24 hours before revaluing in currency. Are you understanding what I'm saying? There was a total blackout in Iraq. When Kuwait, years ago, the last people that really revalued, when they had their revaluation, they had a power outage 24 hours before. So is that something we can hang our hats on? Because I've heard, look out for the 7th. Look out for the 7th. And it was funny because when they said it, me and Ron looked at each other and said, boy, what a birthday present that would be for that little young man over in the Ukraine. What a birthday present that be that he finds out his mommy is going to get what she's had coming all her life. This is a young man that hasn't seen his dad. He's going to be 15 years old. Hasn't seen his dad since he was 2. No, he did see him because he came back into the picture, and now they got the little girl who will be 11, her birthday. I'm sorry, guys. If you're a man and you treat a woman like that, you treat kids like that, you deserve to go to jail the rest of your lives. That's my opinion. I am so tired of they want the benefits, but they don't want the responsibilities. Breaking news, President the Hat just made history. America is now a sovereign nation under common law. The deep state fake U.S. is defunded and dead. No more foreign rule. No more admiralty chains. The republic is free. They want you to share this. Just Ronnie forwarded something from Bat Ninja, just left Wells Fargo after going to about 4 of them since last summer. They are ready. Spoke with a personal banker who had no knowledge on Friday, but did some digging since then. She said they can't do anything until Forex hits, but either she will call me or I should call her when it hits, and they will set up an exchange appointment with Dealeroo machines in the branch. They haven't gotten their procedural instructions yet, and we agreed they probably won't get them until the night before or morning of. She mentioned it involved calling Brinks trucks. She just doesn't know anything yet. So as of right now, they're instructed to tell people they can exchange at the teller, which we know is BS. due to the large amount of currency. And I'm going to tell you right there, don't go to a bank like that. If you, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and all he's got is a half a trillion, only 500 billion Zim. And he says, you can have them. I want it to be for your group. I said, you can do that after you go to the redemption center. And he goes, I said, yeah, you need to go to the redemption center because all your other currency you're going to get higher rates on than the bank. But guys, here's the kicker, Kevin and Diana Howard and Jeffrey in One Voice. Here's the kicker. If you have any Zim, you go to the redemption center, that gives you and 8 people the opportunity to be the first ones on these special bets. Now, I've also heard that the 8 people that you invite, they can invite people of their own, and downward and downward and downward. So even though we're scheduled to have these bets go live on the 2nd of April, which is my aunt's birthday, even though that, be nice to go out before. Now, according to Sky Prince, these beds, we're going to get this, we're going to get this, we're going to get this, we're going to get this. And then she come back and she says, no, when you go into bed, you're not going to be able to go for at least a year or 2 in the part where you can turn back to Hands of Time. But then she still said, make sure you wear your black underwear. So, it's conflicting because we just don't know. We don't know what we don't know. Golden Arrow, have I said hello to you yet?
No.
Well, hello, Golden Arrow and Larry W72. I'm just going to call you Larry. What happened? Why are we getting all these numbers behind everybody's name now? Ron said he used to love talking on here, but everybody's got so many numbers under it, he don't know who he's talking to anymore. Got to turn my phone on. If I get inactive for a little bit, it turns it off.
Oh.
Mark's Morning Live member. Is it true gurus will get notified 1 hour before everyone else? Mark, no, it will all go at once. We are going to have to make peace without knowing everything. A massive step for the HCL agreement has taken place, and it was the toughest in getting the HCL complete. Now there is only one more step to get it concluded. This Saturday, in 2 days, there will be a secret closed-door session. Do you think the Prime Minister, do you think we will see the President? I'm hearing that they are going to come out of this weekend with a President and a Prime Minister sealed in Iraq. I am praying and hoping that is accurate. The courtesy region, they are saying no, they have not put any boots on the ground in northern Iran. The KRG is saying this is not true. Yet they are talks of large arms shipments in arming them so that they can go in, but they are saying at this point they have not, which I've heard is a lie. Pam Bundy has been subpoenaed in the EPI investigation by the White House Oversight Panel, which appears throughout. And, naturally it would be because, these terrible, terrible rats, and I'll leave it at that. But I do. Here's Wolvie saying, happy Friday, everyone. We will soon walk together, shout freedom, don't ever give up. I love you all. Wolvie, I'm sure that he just put that out there because he's under another NDA. USA Post Office payment systems down today. Only prepaid labels in cash. I'm looking for Bruce's quick reading last night, but I'm having trouble. Oh, no wonder I can't find it. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. That makes sense. On March 6th, the Bank of England migrates to the ISO messaging system for CHAPS RTGS. 60 plus countries utilize the real time gross settlement system or RTGS. This is another important migration effort into the QFS, uniting quantum computer systems in even more countries. The green light is already given. I've already read that. Ron was listening to Mark. He wanted to hear Mr. C today, and it wasn't that today was not good, but they're both really seeing this happening soon. But I think we're all starving for so much information that it's getting to us. But we have to remember to keep our vibrations up. In 28 days, on Saturday, March 28th, 2026, King Charles III of the United Kingdom and England will take a nap. That's the easiest way I can say it without getting in trouble. EBS is live. Don't miss what's coming next. I already thought he took a nap. Shows you what I know. Bruce Big Call, March 5th, 2026. If you are married and going to a redemption center, you can go alone. If your spouse unbelieving in this, hopefully many couples believe in this venture. But if you're the main person who purchased the currency, etc., you are the one they want to speak with at the redemption center. The call centers, about 5 in the USA and 1 in Canada. They operate using AI. AI will be used to receive your call and then transfer your call to the redemption center by the zip code you give them to arrange the closest possible appointment. So you will get a live human to arrange things. Bruce has one source say to pay attention to what happens on the 7th Saturday. Why Bruce did not get backfill on this information, but he's just saying pay attention to Saturday the 7th. Another source said something similar. Let's see what happens on the 7th. Bruce thinks it could be the start of the tariff dividend payments going out to us. Bruce hopes so because the next part of the intel is that emails have gone out to redemption center leaders indicating our notifications would come out on Sunday night or Monday morning //. Bruce believes notifications to come out in email overnight on Sunday into early Monday. At this point, we are looking at early Monday notifications and exchange on Tuesday. Bruce knows this date has been moved a lot, and he thinks the conflict in Iran has something to do with it, which we all know that. A government change in Iran still has to happen, and a lot can happen in one day. Bruce thinks the whole thing is mostly done. President the Hat thinks it could go on for weeks, but saying he doesn't really believe that. He thinks 1 week at the most. 1 day, 2 days, or 1 week at the most. Done in the first hour or 1 day. Then he thought he would be going 2 weeks, but he doesn't really believe that. Pertinent, if we got 800 numbers on Monday, could this conflict with Iran be a cover up for our exchanges, as people will be distracted watching the news and not noticing us going to redemption centers. Could be if we get tariffs dividends direct deposited on Saturday, then a lot of people would be getting money. Everyone would have money. If they do, it would then be like serious money after going to the redemption center. So Bruce thinks it could trigger the tariff direct deposits on Saturday so we could start on Tuesday. Rates are up on bank screens and some booked in redemption center screens. Some people are saying the 14th or 15th. Some people are saying, and Bruce did end this kind of with, look out for Sunday the 8th of getting these numbers, because 8 is China's favorite number. And China holds a major, major deal in this. Guys, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. As I told you, we're getting bad storms here, so we've had a decent show. I think you guys have been able to chat a lot. I'm going to say a prayer, and then I'm going to say good night. If something clicks on the weekend, like Bruce is saying, I will be back. We will do a, as Bruce likes to call it, celebration call. We will just talk, discuss. I will tell you what I've heard. Anybody gets any information, go from, John says his wife plans to go from the special beds to a honeymoon right after. Now, one last thing I did want to talk about is watching this one video tonight. This lady was asked, are we going to get any kind of a time frame when we go to the darkness? And we've all heard that we're going to get 4 to 5 hours. This lady says she thinks we should get at least 24 hours. And what do you think about that, Janet and John and Golden Arrow? Should we get at least 24 hours that they're going to come out and they're going to tell the people, you have 24 hours to get home because we're going to this? And the lady said that she thinks that that's the best way to do it. But then she also added, and this makes more sense than anything I've heard in a long, long time. She also added that with this, does it matter? Janet, Bill, one voice. Does it matter if they give us 4 or 5 hours? Does it matter if they give us 24 hours? Because the Democrats, they're not going to listen anyway. They're not going to listen. They're not going to pay a bit of attention. They're going to think they're bigger than God and everything that's going on, and they're going to get out there and they're going to get trapped. And then only might be when some of these people start opening their eyes when they get trapped. Dear Lord, as we come to the end of tonight's show, the end of this week, we want to thank you for bringing all of us together, celebrating birthdays, having fun, kids enjoying. The weekend is here for the kids now to enjoy their weekend off, and I hope they go out and play, do things. The weather is starting to change a little bit. We just ask you, Lord, to look after everybody. The people in areas such as the Ukraine, Russia, areas like that, please keep angels on their shoulders to protect them. As you know, Lord, I believe that this is over. It's done. It's a ruse. It's something that they're just keeping going to make it, to wake people up. But Lord, it's time that we all get together. As the song says, we all come together right now over you, Lord, to show you that we're ready to take on what you've wanted for so long. And that's heaven on earth. As we come to you, talk to you, and pray to you through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday, if not before.